Okay, we're on YouTube.
Yep.
Who's the phone number?
That's probably me. I'm in via phone only. I'm holding the closed session meeting open on the other one.
Was Vince in the other one, Ed?
Yeah, he just entered the closed session. Hold on a second.
This has been the Mondayest Monday ever. Ed, was the mayor in the closed session one too?
No, Vince is saying he can't get into the open session for some reason. Might need your
Vince-
help, Jake.
It wasn't letting me in on my computer either. I don't know why it let me in on my tablet.
Mayor's
Something
having
about the
technical
Capitol.
difficulties with his tablet, so he's heading into City Hall to use his desk computer. So let's give him a little bit of time here. Michelle, did you hear me?
Yeah, the mayor's on his way.
Yep.
And we're live on YouTube.
Did anybody get a hold of Vince?
He just texted me. He's trying.
I'm jumping in his tablet.
Okay.
He is in a meeting, but not the correct meeting. I'm gonna kick him out.
Hey, Jake. Oh, he
Yeah.
just exited the closed session. He's
Yeah,
he's having a hard time getting into the regular meeting. Can we just resend him his panelist information?
No, I think we'll have to do the public invite, right, Jake?
I got him. I took his computer over.
Okay. There's something
Okay.
with the lowercase letters apparently for the password. They're having trouble with. Some people are having trouble with.
It won't let it go in.
There's Vince.
Vince, sorry, we were fighting for mouse there. You can unmute yourself now.
Do we have everybody or no?
Mayor will
Mayor-
be here in a second.
Okay. Was he trying to get into the meeting from home?
Yes, he was.
I thought he said he was going to. And
He's on his way here.
yeah.
He's having issues with the. A lot of people who were joining by tablet were having issues with the password being lowercase.
Okay.
I think it's because most tablets try to auto capitalize that first letter
Oh,
and causes issues.
So Mark, if you have trouble sharing your screen, I pulled it up too, so I should be able to.
Okay,
Okay.
Who's the person joined by phone?
Ed. Because he's in the closed session as well.
I just renamed him so he shows up as his name.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, okay, we got Loretta as an attendee. Okay.
Yeah, I can bring her in as a panelist if you want.
Okay, that'd be fine if you can.
Okay. Okay.
I hear the door closing or opening.
Okay.
I don't see his computer online yet. I'm still watching.
Okay. There he is.
I'm here.
Mayor, we can see you.
It's off mute. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry for the delay in being able to get on. So I was able to get here. I think everybody's here, right?
Yes.
Are we, I guess everybody's ready for me, right?
We're ready. We're live on YouTube and we're broadcasting. So when you're ready, we're ready.
I think we'll start at this time. Call the City Council special meeting to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Felder. And Andrew, it's a little hard to hear you. Whitman,
Here.
Icoangeli,
Present.
Vining,
Here.
Germaine,
Here.
Lamore,
Here.
Mayor Clark.
Here. Sorry. First item, please.
So we have an invocation on the agenda, so I'll go ahead and do that.
Please do.
We have faith and hope in each other. We ask for your guidance in the decisions that are made here. We ask you to work for the welfare of this community and all of its residents.
Thank you. I'd ask you, everybody, please join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the
flag
Flag
Of the
of the
United
United
States
States
of
of
America,
America.
and
to
to the
the
republic
for
which stands
Yes.
one nation,
one nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty and
Liberty
justice
and
for all.
justice for all.
Thank you. The first item, clerk?
The first item is item 2778, discussion resolution COVID-19 reopening resolution number 2.
Thank you, and I hope everybody had a chance to review that as it was sent out. And Mr. Pastu, And I believe Mr. Buds may have some review.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll get it initiated here. This past week, discussion with Mr. Buds, Mr. Cochran, and Loretta Lapointe with Parks and Rec talked a little bit about opening up some of the park facilities. Specifically, we'll be recommending that we reopen the playscapes throughout the city, but signs posted that regarding the maintenance of social distancing, and also indicating that we're unable to provide any assurances regarding the sanitation of the playscapes. The second part is that we would be opening up the pavilions, but would not be accepting any reservations for their use. The picnic tables would be reopened for their use. And again, signs would be posted regarding the maintenance of social distancing. And again, another assurance that we cannot provide for the sanitation of the pavilions or the public area. Part of this resolution includes that we would keep the restrooms and drinking fountains located in city park facilities closed. And then lastly, it's there was another governor executive order 2020-129 that would extend the use of remote technology for public meetings. And we're recommending that we do that as well. So I don't know if there's anything, Mr. Buds, you want to add to it, or Loretta, Mark?
No, Your Honor, if I may, I think that that's a valid and fairly comprehensive summary. The proposal is to extend remote meetings throughout the term of that executive order, which would get us through the next month. And also, we've been in touch regarding language on the signs about no assurances of disinfection, and a waiver that using them is at your own risk.
I'll see if there's any questions from council for Mr. Pastu. I'm looking to the screen to see any hands being raised, any questions or any comments. Councilwoman Vining.
Thank you, Your Honor. I spoke with Loretta on last week because I had a member of one of the community gardens under Parks and Recreation asked about the water not being on. So she told me, you know, that they sent out letters to keep the water off for the year, but was there any reconsideration with this new resolution of turning the water back on for the garden? I don't know if Loretta's on or not.
Vince?
Loretta Lapointe, Director of Parks and Rec. No, we hadn't talked about it for this. There's, I think it would be difficult for the gardeners who are gardening to really take time to sanitize their hands before they're touching and not touching the faucet. And when we sent them the letter at the beginning of the year, we let them know they could get a refund if they weren't okay with us turning the water off for the year. So they pretty much knew ahead. And we also had the fire department come and spray their tanker last week, which we can have. And that's probably a little more sanitary and there's no questions at all.
Thank you, Ms. Loretta.
Thank you.
Other questions from council? I guess seeing none. So Vince, you're looking for a move to adopt this resolution, if I'm correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Very well.
Your Honor, I'll make a motion that we move to adopt COVID resolution, reopening resolution number 2.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion by Councilman Lange. I think I heard Councilwoman Germaini. Any other questions? Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Felder?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Whitman?
Yes.
Michaelangeli?
Yes.
Vining?
Yes.
Germaini?
Yes.
Lamore?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item would be closed executive session.
I guess we just need unless Mr. Buzz has any introduction, I guess we just need a motion to go into closed executive session.
Your Honor.
Councilman Moore.
Yes, I move that we proceed into closed session to discuss the matters of pending litigation involving the following parties. Number 1, Stacy Hall. Number 2, Tina Marie Carroll. Number 3A, Mix Harm. B, Billings. C, Nichols. D, Barry. E, Blakesley. F, Cook. G, Mills. H, Smith. I, Smallwood. J, Zarecki. And labor negotiations and quarterly city attorney litigation update.
Second,
Motion by Councilman Lamore, supported by Councilwoman Germaini, to go into closed executive session for all the items that were stated. I see Mr. Buds has his hand up, so make sure we can see if there's something else we need here. Attorney Buds.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may also ask for a friendly amendment to that motion to also include attorney-client privileged correspondence.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Please include that as well in my motion.
Councilwoman.
I'll second still.
Okay, including the attorney-client privilege correspondence. Just clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
Yes.
Michael Angeli,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes, and I believe we proceed over to the email or the information that Mr. Sell sent us, correct?
Correct.
Very good. See everybody there.
Why can't I see you?
I think, at least I'm pretty sure I'm in the right place. See others. Okay, here we go.
We see you, Mayor.
Yep. And Paula, I can hear you. We don't see you, but that's fine. We know you're here.
I can,
Oh, you're good.
you're probably better off if I turn it off.
Looking for.
It let me in this time. I don't know why.
Here's comes Councilman. There's Councilman Vining, and Councilman Michelangelo will wait a few moments here for that. And I think Mr. Pastu also. There's Councilman, and I think the only one that hasn't shifted over yet is our city manager. We'll give him a minute or so. And well, I guess Mr. Buds also. Oh, he's here. I see. Okay.
I got a text from Vince that he can't get into the special meeting.
Okay. He did have something he wanted to review. So looking at Mr. Buds, we could take care of our coming back in, I guess. I guess we can start there. Let's start some of the conversation to get back into our special meeting.
Motion to go back into open session.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Moore, supported by Councilman Felder, to go back into our open special meeting. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
Yes.
Michaelangeli,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Just gonna wait a minute to see. I think the next things will come out. I think there's some looking to council for some action here.
Your Honor, I'll make a motion that we authorize the city attorney to proceed with litigation against the property owner who owns 229 Harrison Street regarding the reimbursement for demolition costs.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Michelangelo, supported by Councilman Lamore for the motion that was stated. Mr. Buds, does that meet the clarity for you?
Yes, I believe that's sufficient. Thank you.
All right, there was a motion by, again, so in a second. So clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
Yes.
Michaelangeli,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. So we'll kind of pause here for a few minutes, see if Mr. Pastu is able to get back. I know he had an item he wanted to, he sent a correspondence to us regarding a performance evaluation. And I see Mr. Sell's got his hand raised, so I'll stop and see what Mr. Sell has.
Yeah, and Vince is in as an attendee. Somebody needs to put him in as a panelist.
Oh, yeah, I just popped into my screen. 1 second. All right, he should be coming in.
Okay,
There he is.
there we go. So Vince, we see you're connected. You are muted and we do not have video. I hear a door. Come on, he's here. He is here. Mr. We are across the hall, so I think we're still social distance, that we're safe, that we can speak. I think what I might do is, since Mr. Pastu wants to discuss about the manager's performance, I think that we're going to shift here in a second. That way he is able to speak directly here. And we're gonna shift if that works for everybody. Okay.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh, I can speak loud. Can you hear me all right?
Can you hear Mr. Pastu? Oh, they say yes. Go ahead, Vince.
Okay. Now, all I would ask is, send out the correspondence this afternoon asking the council to schedule a performance evaluation for me. Mayor and I have talked earlier about it being informal, but that's certainly council's discretion if you wanted to do a more formal process with some detailed questions. But I think, if you could talk with the mayor and share your thoughts with him. But, I would like to request here in the next month an evaluation.
Did council understand and hear that? Is there any questions on that? Or clear?
Yeah,
John?
Your Honor, question, would this be a closed session?
Yes, it would. I would request that it's done in closed session.
Okay, Your Honor, whenever the agenda permits to go into closed session under a regular meeting, let's just make it happen.
Yeah, I think that we, thinking back in the past year or so, we had that formal in-depth review at the end of the year. Before that, we did have a similar review with Mr. Pastu. I think it is in line with what we have done. And I think that the information that he provides us will position the council to be able to go into that session and have some straightforward discussions with him on his performance evaluation. Unless there's any concerns, I'm looking to council. I see no hands raised. Oh, yeah, John.
Your Honor, I just want to make sure this is an informal discussion.
That's correct.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. Other thoughts or questions from council? I'm not seeing any. Mr. Pastu, any other follow-ups?
No, just appreciate the consideration. Thank you.
Okay. Vince, any other items for the agenda from your position?
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
I think, Mr. Buds, we met all the items that we had to discuss both in and closed session, but in regular session. All right, clerk, I guess I'm looking to see what our next item.
The next item, I don't have any other items, Your Honor, so we're next to council comments.
Okay, we'll start there. I know there's a 7:30 timeframe for some, but I want to make sure everybody has the opportunity. Council comments. It is June, so Councilman Felder, any comments tonight?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll try and be brief. I'd like to thank everyone for the events that were held over the weekend. Certainly the Juneteenth celebration I had a good time at personally. And then the candlelight vigil that was held at Munson Park, which is the best park in the county. I'm sure that's a biased opinion as I represent that area. I have this evening.
Thank you. Councilwoman Whitman.
I have no comments.
Councilman Michelangeli.
No comments this evening, Your Honor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Vining.
No comments, Your Honor.
Councilwoman Germaini.
I wanted to ask about the Sawyer House. Are we going to be opening that up soon? And if we are not, are we going to be giving them a break on their rent? Because I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I know that we have agreements with that, plus others. I think it's something that we probably should have administration look. I know Vince is here. He might have a comment. I know that he's had some discussions. So, Mr. Pastu?
Thank you, Your Honor. On their lease amount, I did authorize, administratively not to require them to pay their due June 30th. Obviously, they've not been able to have any events for the last 4 months. And I think once we are able to sit down with, representatives of the Sawyer Homestead, that we can talk a little bit about what we need to do to disinfect, but also it's still an enclosed building, and most of their events and activities usually are going to have 10 or more. So I mean, that's always going to be a cause for concern. But I did authorize waiver of the payment that was due June 30th for the fact that they were been closed for so long.
All right, thank you. No other comments, Your Honor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Moore?
No comments, Your Honor.
Very well. Just comments. I'll pass. I have no comments for this evening, and look forward to the next time that we have the opportunity to meet, virtually or otherwise. Clerk Treasurer Lavoy.
I have no comments.
Mr. Pastu, any further comments?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Next, we have citizens' comments. I'm looking to Clerk Lavoy to see if there's any that are I guess, tuned in here this evening.
There are not, Your Honor.
Very well. So with that, thank you for all of council for being able to hold this special meeting and important things that we were able to discuss and move forward on. So with that, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Moore, supported by Councilwoman Whitman to adjourn. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
Yes.
Michael Angeli,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes, thank you all.
Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Yes, everybody.